So updates. So we've been able to mount the ABS weight sensors. Remember, this kit came with the ABS sensor attached. So what I did was the old ABS sensor cable, I've cut it and joined it with the sensor. So likewise, the other side did the same. This way I joined it. So later I will tuck it in very well so it doesn't touch the tire. Now this thing is 19. This hole here is meant for 19, the hub, but the tie rod here is 16. So we are going to change this tie rod so that it will match. Even though they put it, but we are removing it. I wasn't here when my team tied it. So this one is 16, but the hub hole is 19. So I'm going to remove it and put the normal one, because eventually, even though it's tight now, it might have clearance later. So this one is 19, which is correct. So that is sorted. So this one too, I've also tied it. So I'm going to request for 19 tie rod end here to here. So meaning that after this, the owner will have to take the car for alignment, because obviously it's going to change. Okay, so that is it for the suspension. So now this morning, which is Saturday, 3rd February 2024. So we wanted to bleed the system with cold water for now. For it to bleed, we now realize that the two bleeding points on the thermostat housing had broken long before the owner brought the car. So let me show you. So this is the thermostat housing. So as you can see, this is the first one, bleed point. There's a nipple that is supposed to be here. So it broke. This one can actually be removed, which give it a whether they can remove it. However, the second bleed point here broke badly. You can see it's actually inside, so you can't remove this. So in other words, this is basically damaged. So what we'll now do is we'll have to look for another one complete. Unfortunately as well, there is no thermostat. There's no thermostat. They removed the thermostat. So that's very, very bad. They removed the thermostat, and so engine has been running without thermostat. Even these rubbers here, they've all gone bad. So they use RTV silicone gasket maker to seal them off. Hopefully the one we'll get to, the rubber will still be here. If not, we'll apply same gasket maker. Now this rubber inside has even swollen, the one that the thermostat sits on. So even if we get another thermostat, it won't even work here anymore. So we'll have to file the seal inside, the kind of seal gasket. The rubber actually, it's impossible, but I'm not sure you can easily get it here in Nigeria. New one. So what people usually do is when you can't get a good one, you file it, so that you can still hold the thermostat. So we need to replace this. I can even see sign of leak here. So the coolant or water has been leaking from here. Because they removed thermostat, there's a seal that usually stays on the thermostat. So since it has been removed, let me answer this question. So the next thing we'll do is to change the power steering fluid. So that will be the next thing to do now. Okay, so keep you guys updated. Okay, so we've gotten the thermostat housing, the used one, what we regard as the kumbu. So this is the thermostat. My hand is oily. I need something to it. Okay, hold on. I need to put some paper like this. I think I'll need to rush some paper this place a little, because the thermostat needs to be a little bit freer. You can see it took me a little bit while, even though it's more softer to pull out, or easier to pull out compared to the old housing. So I'll get a small sandpaper, run it here a little before I slot in the thermostat. So this is sorted, and then this is the fuel line assembly. So I can replace this one that has been worked on. This one cut and join here is also leaking here. So far, with the hydraulic, you can see the hydraulic is dropping. So we want to let the old fluid leak out completely. So far it's going down. So it's running. This is what we are using. Total HPM4. This is .4. So we'll flush the system with one tube. Then we'll get another one for bleeding. In fact, I actually bought 3 containers so that if there's need to use up the entire tube, I use the third one to bleed. So we've opened all the calipers, nipple on the 4 calipers. So what I'm going to do now is to apply. I'm going to use this RTV silicone gasket maker. Apply it here. When it comes to thermostat, usually I don't actually put it, because this one can actually do the job. But there's another one I will use, which is not that hard. It's not as hard as this one. Apply it here so that you can always remove the thermostat. Because if I use this one here, next time the thermostat will stay stuck on the engine. It won't come out easily, at least. In fact, most times, the way you do it, if you force it out, you damage the thermostat in the process. So that's what I'm going to do. So we'll update. Yeah, so what we did was we used sandpaper, run it on the rubber. You can see this side, and also use this pile and also run on it a little. So now it comes out much easier. Much easier now. So it's good to go. So this the inside this rubber. That's what we want to do. Okay, so we're going to apply this glue here and here. While this one, which is not that big, we'll apply this one here. This is a transparent one. So this one, to make it easier for it to come out in future. The reason why I don't want to apply those thick, those ones that can stick it permanently, is because this is how I usually sit. So if you apply those RTV gasket maker that is very strong, you won't be able to remove this thing from here anymore. The only way to remove it will be to damage the thermostat. But if we put those light ones, personally, I don't even put anything. I don't even put anything. All my cars that I remove thermostat or change thermostat, I don't put any here, but you know, we just apply just a little, you know, because the ones I changed the one on my phone is right. They removed it when I bought the car, before I bought the car. So I bought a new one and put. So you could say, yeah, that one is the new one, so it was soundable. But this is used, so I can see here on this rubber here, there's a small peel. So in that case, we need to put those gasket maker, silicone gasket maker, so that if there's any place that there's a slight cut or anything, it will be able to seal up everywhere. Otherwise, it starts leaking coolant. Okay, so work continues. We'll update you guys. So this is the ATF. We drained it. What came out was about 5 liters. In fact, like a little bit more than 5 liters. So all this while the oil gearbox was overgauged. Supposed to be 3 liters that will come out, but came out about 5.5 liters or thereabout. So we are doing the first. I've done the first drain. So we're going to pour the first, run the engine, the gearbox, then drain again, then do a second one, and then the final one. So this is it. The second one there. So we'll start with this. I believe I've shown you guys before. 8218 manual. Okay. So we're going to measure out the quantity we need and then see what happens. So this is we've done the second drain actually. We first drained the first old one, and this is the second. So we drained the second one. So this is the first 2 liters. What I did was I put 2 liters instead of 3 liters for the flushing. So this is the first 2 liters that came out. Still that dark. So this is a liter. So you can filter, you can pour it in. So we'll do. So basically, I'm going to use this 4 liters to do the flushing. So I can pour it. So this is 1 liter, and personally, I won't be using 3 liters anymore to flush air for. Now, what I mean is when you are doing the oil service, I want to do it like 2, 3, or 4 times. Don't you bother using 3 liters. Just use please minimum 2 liters. Better that one. You can do another one. So, so far what we've used now is 4 liters. So what we do is we will remove the drain plug, those two, the gauge and the main drain plug, that tiny one, then the gauge. While doing the flushing, we don't tie them, we just use hand tight, including the oil filler plug. You don't use hand tight to close, so that when you want to drain after running the gearbox, you don't need tool to use the drain plug. You just use your hand. So I'm going to demonstrate how I did it the previous one. So we are done with this 4 liters. So we're going to cover untight it.
Baby!
Okay. Okay, so remember we only bought 2 liters. So what it's going to do now is to service it. So start the gear engine. To do this, I need to do shots. Okay. Okay. So what I'll now do, remember the front end, the 2 wheels on the front end, they are up. So so press the brake pedal and then shift the gear lever, shift it to park, no, shift it to drive. You can see from park to drive. Then you can see the speedometer is still at 0. Then I'll gradually remove my leg on the brake pedal. You can see the vehicle speed has increased. So the wheels are now rotating, so meaning the gearbox is also running. So in that case, it's doing basically the same work of instead of driving the vehicle. You know, so in this case, there's no need for me to drop the vehicle down, take the car for a drive. Just I'm doing everything while the car is up. So I'll let it run for maybe 5 minutes like this, because what I'm doing now is remember some old oil will be trapped inside the torque converter, the fresh one in the gearbox. So now that the gearbox is running, so the gearbox oil pump will now push and mix up both the old and the new oil. So by the time I'll do another drain, about 2 liters of mixed old and new oil will be in the gearbox. Likewise, maybe 2 point something or 3 liters of also mixed and old one will be in the torque converter. So that's how you get most of the old oil out. By doing this, you drain, pour fresh one, do this, drain again, pour fresh one, you know. So then I can also return it back to park. As you can see, the vehicle speed has dropped, speedometer. Then put it back to drive and you know, let it run. Okay, so so that's how it's going to be. And so I think this should be it for the second drain. So once I switch up the car, now we are going to drain this, and now this time what I'll now pour is 3.5 liters. I'll pour 3.5 liters, and remember what to stay in the gearbox will be for 3 liters. So I'm going to put 3.5 and then start the gear, and I put everything, tight everything back, then start the gearbox, put on my PP2000 and let the ATF run up to 70 degrees Celsius ATF temperature. Then I'll now open the gauge, that small screw, and then it will read itself or gauge itself, and that will be it. So okay, I think that is enough for this. So So we are going to do another drain. Then we will now pour the last. This time for this service, you are doing only 3 drain. So in all, we are going to use 8 liters. No, not 8 liters. 4, 3. So that's 7 liters. No, 7.5 liters actually. Okay, so we'll update you guys after I've done the final service or the final drain and I did the gauging. Alright. Okay, so initialize the engine. The engine is running, so I'm doing the initialization so that the timing, everything will initialize, and so the engine is running now. So covered everything. We're testing to see. Well, mechanically, the shock absorbers are okay. They are very strong. One of them was bouncing, the one of the old was probably that one leaking, and that's very bad. So, the engine is running. So I'm waiting for a power lash. In other words, I'm waiting for the fan to come up. Then goes up, then take it for a drive and see. Of course, because of the building we did on the brake, of course the brake pedal is expected to go down for a while. The brake won't be effective for some kilometer drive. Probably let's assume I'm driving for like 50 kilometers today. It won't really be that effective. It take a while, maybe by tomorrow or so, then it will come up. So I'm monitoring. No, there was something that came up on the suspension issue. You said this, maybe that's what they call travel sensor. Let me show you that. Because it can be very confusing. This high sensor under, sometimes you look as if that's so it shows maybe this is the travel sensor that usually attached on the V6 armbar shock absorber here under this. So it shows this one, no signal. So I don't know. This is one that came with the suspension kit for chest. So this one is broken. And one of them that was on the car before was also broken. So I don't know. I'll monitor it to see if there's a need to replace that one. But mechanically the suspension is very firm. It's not bouncing like it used to, but you won't really know. But for look at things, that one is not supposed to work. Since this is not working. Unless maybe it's from the shock absorber itself, but look at things as if it's this. You know, that's one thing we use shock absorbers. Well, sometimes the electronic part of it will refuse to work. But we'll see, we'll never know until I start the car. Basically, I don't know if there's any other thing to do. Of course, take the car for, because it's the owner, I may not have the time. We take the car for front wheel alignment. Because I'll change that tire rod here. And all this suspension work we did here. So it really needs that replacement. So, I think basically this is the end of the whole thing. This should be the end. Should be the end. We also change this VVT solenoid, the bank one. This one is bad, it's leaking. So take a used one. So these are some of the parts replaced. The timing tensioner, dead drum, the suspension keys, the old water pump. I wish there is time. It's almost 6 p.m. now. Let me see. Because I need to sort through all this to know what I will tell the owner to take back. It's almost 5:53 p.m. So we'll see. Definitely some will be going with the owner, then some will be discarded. It's not everything here that is bad. Because we purchased them as a kit, so we have to remove, including the good ones that were on the car before. So I have to separate those ones and see. Let him go and keep it. Pending on, as long as he still has this vehicle, you need to keep those things. Okay, so basically that's it, and yeah, I hope there won't be any other thing that will come up. Uh, you know, the other things, that one is a paramedical one. This exhaust heat shield under the vehicle. Because it's VC, so you'll be driving very low, and it seems the person using the car before was driving it very roughly on rough road. So all those things are scraped and they're squeezed. So when we started the car, they were all dangling, so we had to go under the car, try to squeeze them in other words, because they're already squeezed. So even the hose where they are supposed to be held onto the floor have all gone out. So we had to find a way to squeeze them, shift the squeeze to elsewhere. So the noise has stopped. I know it's a question of time. So eventually a parameter will need to go under and find a way to spread or squeeze them, spread, and then retie them. Otherwise, over time, you start making noise again. Of course, I'll drive the car to see what will happen. But, so if you don't get any other update, then that will be the end. So the owner got the car recently and decided for me to evaluate and then fix whatever that needs fixing. And it took about a week, if not basically 7 days, because we started this work last Saturday. The car was bought last week Saturday, and just completed it this week Saturday. Okay, so yeah, if you have such vehicle, this one wasn't really that big. Okay, I've used to some extent, like example, the thermostat was removed, engine cruise system thermostat and the rest. But my point is, yeah, I can restore cars like this. But we discuss, agree to my conditions, then we'll kick it off. But if you go and buy a messed up vehicle, that's a very abused vehicle, with the intention that I will make out time to do this kind of restoration, trust me, I'll disappoint you. I won't have that time. Imagine, this one was actually more like a minor repair, but look at how long it took. I take my time. I'm not the type that rush work like just to collect the money from the owner. No. No matter how long it takes, I'll get it done to the best of my knowledge. Sometimes, something issue might come up, and if it's something that will take my time, I will suspend the work. Tell the owner, okay, it's not like a big deal. Using it when I have time, we deal with it. Or hit a roadblock somewhere that, okay, at the moment, I don't have a solution to that problem at that time. So yeah, I'll tell the owner, I'll sweep over it, ask my colleagues in the industry, auto industry, they have idea, and from there I'll do further my research on the issue, and later issue my solution with my come. So that's it. So my advice, don't go and buy a messed up car expecting that I'm always that kind of available for this kind of repairs. Okay, so if there's any other update here, I'll get it. If not, I'm actually waiting for the part to come up. It should by now. So about almost at 90 degrees Celsius. But I know, of course, that they seated it. If I'm not, because look at the oil temperature has come up. So the ABS on look of this is gone. You can see no more ABS sign or warning sign. ESP warning sign. So those ones are gone. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. So